What's up, YouTubers? Johnny DIY here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to fix windshield wiper washer sprayer nozzles that aren't spraying at all or are weakly spraying. If you guys are new to my channel, please do me a favor, click the subscribe and notification bell so you can get all my new videos. Alright, let's get to this one. Okay, so your windshield's filthy, you go to pull your washer lever right here and nothing. Or those little nozzles right there are just barely spraying out. Let's go ahead and pop our hood. Okay, so you're gonna wanna find your washer fluid reservoir, and as dumb as this seems, the first thing you're gonna wanna check is to make sure that this thing isn't empty. So you can check the side sometimes to check the level, or you can just go ahead and top it off. The next thing you're gonna wanna check, if this is in the middle of winter, you're gonna wanna make sure your washer fluid is not frozen. You're gonna wanna make sure you put winter grade formula in this. That prevents it from freezing in your winter months. Not only can it freeze in the reservoir, but more likely, these little hose lines that run underneath your hood that go up to those sprayer nozzles on the hood, the fluid in here is gonna freeze first. That happens a lot. So make sure you have the winter grade formula and it's not frozen. As you can see, this is a summer grade formula. It's only 2+32. If you can't get a hold of the winter formula, like where I am in California, I can't really get a hold of it. But if I know I'm gonna be somewhere where it's gonna be freezing, you can go ahead and get a big old bottle of rubbing alcohol. The higher the percentage, better. If you can get 90, 99, and dump the whole thing in there and mix it with your other stuff, that'll do the same thing and that'll prevent it from freezing. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and check those nozzles. These wiper nozzles right here, the actual sprayers, they can get clogged up, and if they're not spraying out at all or just a little bit, that'll most likely be the case. So to undo those, they've got little holes right on the end, and those can get clogged up. Get yourself a safety pin or a needle, and you can unclog those holes right there just by putting the tip of the needle in there and cleaning it out. They can get full of gunk and buildup. Okay, now if they're not working at all, we're gonna come inside and we're gonna actually find our interior fuse panel. On this car, it's right here on the driver's side. And on the cover, there's usually a diagram of what each fuse is up there. These are your fuses right here. The wiper right here. I believe they're on the same fuse right there, the 20 amp one. That'll be this first one here. So get yourself some needle nose pliers. I'll make sure I put links down in the description to all the tools and supplies that I'm gonna be using today. And you just take your needle nose pliers and gently pull it out. And you're gonna wanna check the fuse. See how there's metal right here underneath the plastic cover? And it's continuous, it's not broken in the middle. Right there. Usually when it's blown, it's broken right there because that completes the circuit. But this one looks good, that one's not blown. So we'll go ahead and put that back. Don't think it's the fuse. Now sometimes those actual nozzles can be damaged, but they're very easy to replace. They just untwist or actually pop out from underneath the hood. Sometimes you may have some hood insulation that you need to kind of move back first to get to them, but they're really easy. They just twist and snap out, and you just pop in a new one. Now these small rubber hoses, things can get clogged in here from time to time, and it's easy to check that. These connections have a Y connection here that splits off to each nozzle, and sometimes that'll get clogged up as well. It's really easy to undo these things. It's just rubber on these fittings. You just twist and pull these off. And then to test to see if it's clogged, just go ahead and blow on it with your mouth to make sure that air is passing through. It's a good idea to check right here, and it passes through both of them. Okay, now what we need to check is the actual motor that pumps the fluid from the reservoir through those rubber tubing and out the nozzles. It's usually located on the bottom of the washer reservoir, so we kind of need to find that. Sometimes you can get to it right in the engine bay like this, but on this one, it looks like I need to come down under here in the wheel well. Right here, and there's this plastic covering right here we need to kind of peel back so I can get to that. It's got some of these plastic clips, as you can see. Some of them you screw off with a Phillips, but some of them you need this little body panel trim tool. These work really good. Okay, I just needed to turn the wheel to the left inside, so I'll have to get to that. But you get the push it and pop this out. Like that. Okay, now we should be able to peel back a little bit, see in here. There's our reservoir. There's our rubber line, the hose right there on the top. That's the hose that goes to the washer nozzles. And right at the end of that line is going to be the pump here. So have someone inside go ahead and test the wiper, and you should be able to hear this motor humming or buzzing if it's getting power and working. Okay, go ahead. And you can also feel it with your hand. You can feel the motor when it's working. Go ahead. Nothing. No power. Nothing. It's not getting to this. I'm pretty sure it's this motor that's bad. Hopefully I can get you guys a view of this. We're gonna have to slide underneath the car. Here we are from the underside. Here's the reservoir again. Here's that pump I was pointing to, this black pump right here. First we're gonna go ahead and undo this power clip right here, this wire clip. You just push in this tab right here at the top and then wiggle it off and it should come right out. Okay, then get yourself a clean bucket ready. Right here is that hose that's gonna be, give it a little wiggle. This is the supply hose. Give it a little twist first. That'll break the deposits up and make it easier to come off. And you should be able to pull it right off. Just go ahead and let that drain out. And I'm actually going to go ahead and try and take the pump out. The pump is just friction fit in there with a rubber gasket. So we should be able to pull that out too. Pull this out first. Make less of a mess. Give this a wiggle. There we go. Not less of a mess, but faster. Get yourself a little piece of hose that you can just attach to that little nipple and drag it down. Alright, so here's our pump. It should have part number and everything on there in case you need to order it. So I'm almost certain that this pump is bad from all the testing we've done, but we can go ahead and test it. We need to get a couple lengths of wiring, and we'll hook the bare ends up to the positive and negative sides. Just twist it around the leads. Make sure that the ends of the wiring's not touching anything, because now you're just extending your battery. Then right here on the top, there's these little pin connections right there. I'm gonna touch the leads to each of these. It's working a little bit. Careful not to short it too much. It's moving it. Get a little cup of water. See if we can't pump a little of this out. Should have alligator clips for this. Hear the motor spinning, but for some reason it's not. Oh, there it goes. And we know the pump's kind of working. Seems like it's kind of intermittent, because like it's spraying it sometimes. There it goes. I'm gonna go ahead and reconnect the pump and try it again now. In my bucket of water. Well, shoot, it looks like it's spraying. So it may have been those nozzles that were clogged. I went ahead and had already purchased a replacement part one, so if this one gives me any more trouble, I can just replace it. Let's go ahead and connect it back into the tank. I'm thinking it could have been a loose or bad connection here too. Squeeze it back into that hole, just kind of pops in. I'll connect that little hose again. Let me go ahead and pour some of that fluid back in. I went ahead and put a coffee filter over the funnel. That way we can reuse old fluid if anything got in there. Just gonna go ahead and put enough for it to pick up. Okay, let's try it again. Now the last thing it can be is it could be the switch in this lever. So Look at that. It's working. I have no idea. It must have been a loose connection. Go ahead and snap that little clip. There we go. Alright, well I can't believe it turned out to be that easy of a fix. Alright, so it's been a few days and it stopped working again. I'm guessing it's the pump that's just intermittently failing. We may as well go ahead and check the hoses to see if we had a clog. So I already did this one. I just disconnected it from this Y right here and I tested it and it wasn't spraying out of this hose, so we know there's no clog above this Y. Sometimes these little T's and Y's have a check valve in them that can go bad, but just give the hose a little twist and you should be able to pull it off, and then we can go ahead and try the wiper again and it should spray out of this hose if this was to be clogged between here and that other Y that I already checked. I'm gonna go ahead and change out the pump just like I showed you guys before real quick. See if that solves the problem. I've got that other pump already, so I may as well. Okay, old pump out, new pump's in. All right, awesome, it works. So it goes to show you it can be many different things, but hopefully you found something in this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, click the bell so you can get all my notifications. Any questions or comments about this, and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching Johnny DIY. Keep on doing it yourself, guys. Take care.